Project Remix is a game where you are given an assortment of weapons based on classic Roblox, like the linked sword, the katana, and the blue laser gun, among some others. You can set up your loadout however you want, so it's not just another generic randomizer game as I had previously assumed. There are also several of the usual game modes like capturing the point and team deathmatch, and there are some wildcard game modes unique to this experience. So this video will go over the game, its mechanics, and my personal opinion on what is good and what I believe should be changed. In Project Remix, you are given a whopping 28 primary weapons, 8 perks, 2 of 36 abilities, and 14 remix abilities to choose from and craft your own loadout. There is so much depth in these systems as each weapon gives you buffs and debuffs along with the perks and abilities that you have already chosen. For example, one of the primary weapons, the Bloxy Cola, may just be a weapon that you can constantly throw and heal yourself with. However, it also has passives like buffing the speed of your allies around you. Another example is the Banhammer. It seems like a heavy weapon with an area of effect, however, it is also a 75-point health boost and a 15% speed booster. So even if you never wanted to use your primary weapon and wanted to primarily deal damage through abilities, you can still use these weapons for their passive buffs to allow you to do so. The spawning mechanic is also very great. Rather than just spawning randomly or choosing a specific point to spawn at, you can spawn wherever you want. There are some limitations, however. You cannot spawn within a certain radius of any player or a point that has to be captured. And this is fair, as to just appear in front of a player or nearly inside a capturable point would be quite annoying. Implementing this limitation allows for you to actually anticipate who is coming for you rather than just being jump scared by someone out of nowhere. So, once you spawn, you'll get to fighting other people with their own loadouts, and at first, everything goes normally. You may fight each other, do some healing, die a couple times, etc, etc. However, once you do enough damage, things change, because you get to use your Remix ability. What this means is that you can use a massively overpowered ability once before you have to restart and refill the meter. This actually works really well. Even though the abilities are extremely overpowered, they can also be easily avoided. One amazing example is the Hyper Laser gun. As it goes, the Hyper Laser is a one-shot kill. However, it's not some aimbot or anything. The user actually has to aim to get this kill. So if you utilize dash abilities, it should be easy for you to avoid. And not all Remix abilities are offensive either. There are several support abilities such as Black Hole Bomb, which will simply pull enemies towards it, allowing them to be vulnerable to your attacks and teammate attacks. The Remix abilities are a very enjoyable aspect of this game, and they keep things interesting in gameplay. Now, after you finish fighting, before you return to the main screen, you get to see announcers explain things about the game that has just transpired, like the damage dealt, among other things. These announcers are really cool. Like, the way their mouths are animated is very unique for Roblox, as far as I know. And not many Roblox games do this announcer thing in the first place, as far as I know, with only one that I can name off the top of my head being fighting. Before I continue this video, please make sure to click the link in the description. Doing so will allow you to get great deals on several games, including AAA games, so you don't have to waste your money testing the waters of a game you think you might like, only to find out it's a soulless cash grab like the rest. Not speaking from experience or anything. Now, while this game is amazing, there are some aspects that I believe could be improved upon. For example, there are several remix abilities that are impossible to be avoided. The exponential rocket, for instance, is basically impossible to avoid. Usually the player just ends up blowing themselves and the enemy up in a very anticlimactic way. There was also a nerf in the recent update where you were made unable to use 2 of the same ability in a rapid fashion. I personally think this nerf makes the game less fun, as multiple rejuvenating dashes make fights last longer, multiple normal dashes increases mobility, and several other abilities have already been given slow animations, so there would be no point in adding this. Overall, those are only small gripes that I have of this game, and it is still a fairly enjoyable experience. In conclusion, You should definitely at least experience this game. It is yet another game on Roblox which generally goes unnoticed, and it makes a great addition to my still growing catalog of actually fun games on the platform. With that being said, make sure to like if you like the video, and to subscribe if you want to get updated on more reviews like this. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.